Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we are very fortunate to have the association of Mukresh Ansarji Prabhu. Hari Bol. We had come for IIT Hyderabad Smriti camp, and Prabhu agreed to extend his stay here so that he can give association to all of us. And we are very fortunate. Yesterday, all of you came to MBU also. You heard class from Prabhuji. And today morning, we all came to SVCE. There also we heard from Prabhuji. So personally, already you know the introduction you heard yesterday. But personally, I like to hear from Prabhuji like so much. Even if Prabhuji gives class to first year student, also I like to sit and attend. And I feel a lot of inspiration even when he gives class for some new boys also. So when I joined in 2016, Prabhuji was the coordinator for our Brahmachari batch, PDC batch. So we have given a lot of spiritual inputs in my life at the same time, how to deal with the devotees, how to serve, how to render our service in such a way that we please the devotees, we please our superior authorities. So always Prabhuji that Prabhuji has been doing it and pleasing His Grace Radhashyam Prabhu. Whatever Radhashyam Prabhu wants, Prabhuji is there to fulfill it, no matter Prabhuji has to attend how much for that. So really, without keeping any boundaries or limits, we want to go to the whatever extent is possible in order to please get Rajasthan and other superior authorities. So hearing from Prabhuji is a great fortune for all of us because Prabhuji is not just theoretical speaking, but Prabhuji lives by the principle what he speaks. So therefore, it is very, very touching to our own hearts also. So we'll be having a session. Prabhuji is going to speak about how we cultivate Vaishnava relation. So, yes, Prabhuji knows what is good for us, what is best for us, and so Prabhuji will do. Yes. So let us welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting once. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Would you like to sing this button to you? Hey Barak Karuna Prabhu. It's such a nice singer. Please sing. No, it will be so nice for all the Western people. Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
कृष्ण ये बरो करुणा करो वैष्णवा गोसाई ये बरो करुणा करो वैष्णवा गोसाई पतिता पावना तमाम जिनके प्रहरानि काटे गेले पापा दूर जा हे मनोदय प्रभु सेवा को तापा गंगारा सस्यते दर्शने पवित्र करो तुम्हारा Jaristane apavade Hare Hare Tomasani Sai paritra तुम्हारा हृदय साधना गोविंदा विश्राम गोविंदा करे राम वैष्णवा
तोरे आशा चरणे दोले नारायण देखो दया अपना Devaro Karuna Koro Vaishnava Vishava Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur, Vaishnava Thakur, Jaya Vaishnava Thakur. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Om Jnana Tinidam Jnananjana Chalakya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापतमं श्रीगुरुं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं साधुतं परिजनां सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेव श्रीराधा कृष्णपादं सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावतान्याय कृष्ण प्रेमपदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरकृष्णे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश्वर गोपिका कान्त राधा नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So there are some other students who are also going to join, but we'll begin the subject discussion. Bhakti we receive mostly without even asking for it. We don't even, sometimes we are even being followed up against our desire. Seniors want to give us bhakti, but we didn't have any plan, and sometimes we are trying to run away because I think these people will try to brainwash me. And somehow their love, their compassion, their kindness allows us to enter the path of bhakti. And we start appreciating the message more and more as we practice the path of bhakti. We start understanding how much it is helping me, how much I have become transformed. So although bhakti comes by someone else's mercy, but on the to walk the path of bhakti, we can have different speeds at which we walk. It depends on what is our core motive in doing bhakti. Why am I doing bhakti? I am doing bhakti, but for why? What is the reason? And unless those reasons become most, there can be noble reasons, more noble reasons, there are noblest reasons, and there can be even ugly reasons or no, ignoble reasons. So it is very important that in the path of bhakti we also refine our attitudes, refine our understanding of why am I doing what am I doing. So in that, let us take a brainstorm from devotees. I don't know when it was the coming, but yeah, actually this brainstorm was the pivotal to make for a thing, but no problem. When they come, they will take over. So all of you, without making it too technically, what your ideal answer should be. It's not that you should give the ideal answer, but you should introspect it into your own heart and tell that why am I practicing bhakti? If it's not too private, what gives you that impetus to practice bhakti? What is your call for bhakti? So you want to think, you can think. Then you can raise your hand and hear from you. Okay? Give the mic.
Practicing bhakti, you can free from simple reactions.
Okay, we get free from sinful reactions. Okay? Yes. Give the mic to Prabhu. The beauty of this fans we cannot hear without. No, it's okay. But mic will be required. Yeah. The beauty of the spiritual world really makes us want to go there. So going by the beauty of the spiritual world, one is attracted. Prabhupada says in one that Natad Bhashyate Surya, that one should become captivated by the information one receives over the spiritual world. Yes. For the simple living. Okay, to live a simple life. Simple living. Okay.
For using our valuable human form of life.
For
For utilizing this human form of life.
yeah, for what? Use anyway, everyone is using.
Means this human form is very rare. So after getting this human form, we should perform bhakti. Otherwise, we uselessly waste this opportunity.
Yeah. What is the opportunity? What are you looking at the opportunity? What is the fortune of human life? What are you going to get by human life? What is human life's ultimate goal in your understanding of core of heart? What is like someone may have the idea that okay, if I don't practice this, then I'll go back into animal species. Mhm. So what is your understanding about what is the opportunity you are getting?
So to understand purpose of life means who am I, why I am suffering. So what is my goal of life? So we get to know.
Yes. We get to know the goal of life, we get to know the purpose of life, okay? Something more?
For gratitude for which seniors, whatever they give good association, giving Lord's Prasad every day. Like outside, people don't take care about others. Bro. Like if we have behind after family members, no one will take care. But seniors, they're taking so much care.
Out of gratitude for those who have taken care of us, we do the bhakti, okay? Anything more?
We do bhakti to give up sense gratification.
We do bhakti to give us sense gratification. Okay? Yes? And in bhakti, we have a lot of sense gratification. Well, I'm just trying to on a lighter note. Yeah.
For pleasing Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master.
Why you want to please them?
Because they gave the ultimate truth, the absolute truth, which is meant for the human life.
This one in tradition. Yes. So yeah, you were sharing from. Sorry. Yes.
Yes, sure. The pleasing Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master, we have to do bhakti.
Okay. Why we want to please?
Because they gave the ultimate truth that we don't know about it.
What is the ultimate truth?
Like we are not, we are soul, not the body. And what is the purpose of this life and which we are meant for?
Very nice. Yes.
My conceptions are constantly changing about bhakti. Initially, when I came into Krishna consciousness, that time I felt before I die, I should do something tangible like punya, so that I will not become fearful of sinful reaction like that. And after that, I came and I started hearing lecture. That time, I felt Krishna and Radharani are our eternal mother and father like that. From my childhood, I always have fear that my mother will die like that. So I don't want to change repeated mother and fathers like that. So we can have loving mother and father like that. And now currently I am inspired that we have to please Vaishnavas by serving them like that. It means this is not I am not doing now, but I am inspired doing still trying to improve.
Thank you. Very good. So those who have joined just new, we were discussing a very important point. We were asking that bhakti can actually be done in different moods. What we are looking for. Why am I doing bhakti? What is the not the purpose of bhakti, but what am I motivated by? What is giving me the impetus to do the bhakti? And that makes our speed in bhakti go very different according to our motive. So those who have just joined, would you like to share? You don't have to give a theoretical answer. Direct दिल से. इधर से बोलना. Yes.
It's like seeing really great acharyas from Srila Prabhupada who took pain for giving all this knowledge for us. Many great people also have practiced sacrificing many things. Means like this is something which is really valuable.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, bro. Gratitude onwards my seniors, superiors. They show me so much affection on me. That's why I just simply serve them. Yeah. That's why
They have been very affectionate to me.
Yes.
So I wish to express my gratitude by doing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. In the devotion will give actually real satisfaction, and even while we are engaging in the services also, we can able to please them real sense. So we can give pleasure to others, a real pleasure. We can also.
Thank you. Useful. Yes, Guru.
And then I inspired in serving Vaishnavas, so many Vaishnavas. Then I inspired the selfless serving to me. After some days, I would understand that I have to do what the compulsory is like now. So many wars and so many going on.
So you can keep the mic a little close.
So many disturbance is going on in this now present situation. We lost this opportunity means never get it. Anyway, now this life only will get the mercy of the Parampara and connected to Lord.
Thank you. Yes, Guru.
Hare Krishna, bro. In this material, so many miseries are there, bro. Sufferings are there. Then we do bhakti, we go to spiritual world, eternal happy bliss. Main.
Very good. Thank you. One last Vaishnava there. Of course, we have two more there also, but they are in the senior category. Excellent. I came to due to one of the devotee who is my senior. So for his pleasure only I came to Bhakti. After coming to here, such a happy here, so I don't want to leave at all. So it is not a leave. ये सब छोड़त कहीं नहीं जाऊं, ये सब छोड़त प्राण हर प्राण हर जाए लेकिन ये छोड़ो माने. And devotees brought me, so I'm good. Thank you. You're giving me peace prasad in form of your answers. See, in bhakti practice, we can have different uh, motives or impetuses. And as long as we are practicing bhakti, in itself it's auspicious. So when I'm trying to now help you appreciate noble and more noble goals, please don't compare it with your answer, nor try to compare with others' answer and try to say, oh, he's practicing this or that. Everyone is all beautiful people here, but we're trying to still understand how we can do bhakti in the best way. Hmm? So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave a gradation of fear, desire, duty, love. So, similar principle applies within the bhakti paradigm also. Within bhakti paradigm, a person may be doing bhakti because he has fear of hell, he has fear of sin, he has fear of suffering. Suffering, like, okay, this world is so difficult, better get out now. I want to have a nice time. They are saying there's a lot of merrymaking going on there. So that is actually fear principle, where we want to get out of suffering. And then there is a desire principle. उधर बहुत मजा है, इधर मजा नहीं, उधर मजा है. There is a lot of enjoyment. And then there is duty principle. Duty principle because this is the goal of human life. Because say seniors taught me something, so it is my duty to do it now. And duty is very close, but to the love is actually a deepest principle. In love, one has lost his heart to some Vaishnavas. He has become deeply inspired by their Krishna consciousness. And he has also become, one can be grateful to Vaishnavas. In gratitude also there can be various layers. Like someone may be grateful to Vaishnavas because they did something for me. Like they are very caring, they are very kind. But what am I seeing as caring and kindness? Maybe something on the mundane idea only. Like because they were very caring to take care of my studies, they were very caring to always wherever I was in need of something, they were always available. They spent night outs also to ensure that I am cared for. So we feel grateful. But to be grateful and inspired by the Vaishnavas because they are very Krishna conscious and they are helping me to become Krishna conscious. They are lovers of Krishna and I want to love Krishna. And they are helping me to love Krishna. They gave me the eternal, most important gift that the whole world is looking for. Whole world is not birth, old age, disease, death is not the final misery that is there in this body. For those who are jnanis and yogis, when they go back to the Brahman Jyoti, then they are in Brahma Jyoti. But still they have not attained the goal of life. So when we are inspired because I'm getting bhakti. I'm getting bhakti. Why am I doing bhakti? Because I'm getting bhakti from the Vaishnavas. Because you started experiencing the eternal nature of your relationship with Krishna, the eternal nature of the family of Vaishnavas, which I'm saying with. These Vaishnavas are not for just 2 days or 5 days with me. It's not a crash course. Even our relationship with our parents or friends so obviously, Now, how many of you still connect to your school friends very strongly? Anyone? No one. When you were in school, you were like, oh, we are always sitting and talking all the time. Now where are they? They are in one world, you are in another world, right? And parents also come in this life, go back in this life in some way. But the family of Vaishnavas, when we start understanding that now Dhanya Gopal Prabhu is my eternal brother. When you start entering a family life in the Sangha of Vaishnavas, I somehow come across them when I'm in college. That is incidental. But that is not that is the beginning of an eternal relationship. And when we feel that eternal relationship, that means now when I am back to God, I want this devotee with me. When he will go back to God, he will pray for me. You know, our case has some hope because so many Vaishnavas are around me. When they go back to God, they and I want to meet. When they will go back to God, they will, recommend my case also. Because someday I've made a place in their heart. And I want to meet Rupa Goswami. I want to meet Sanatana Goswami. I want to meet Jiva Goswami. I want to meet Vishwanath Chakravarti. Bhakti Vidya Bhushan. Now, this is not just names. As we practice bhakti, we should try to also learn about these acharyas' lives, their qualities, their dedication. As we try to hear their lives, we lose our heart. We cannot give our heart. In Hindi also, I don't know in Telugu how do you say it. You can tell. In Hindi they say ना दिल चुरा के ले गए. तो दिल देता नहीं है. What do you say in Telugu, bro? He stole my heart. English to I also. He stole my heart or I lost my heart. Huh? You have mic, no? Speak in the mic. Because in vernacular language, you feel more internally personal about it. Yeah, tell? Those could not. I don't understand. You understand? So, yeah. So when we lose our heart in Krishna consciousness, because I can't understand how these Vaishnavas are so nice, how they are made up of such wonderful qualities. What is making these people feel, so not because they are doing so much for me, that is there, they're doing some, but because how can they be embodiment of such compassion, such selflessness, such purity, such sincerity to please Krishna? They have no goal in life but to serve Krishna. They're embodiment of what is transcendental. When we start appreciating the nature, the transcendental nature of Vaishnavas, when we start appreciating the transcendental nature of Krishna's love for us, then we start appreciating that somehow now I have become part of this family. Reborn. I've got it. I'm part of an eternal family. More we start connecting with this feature of our existence, then we have actually entered the Bhakti Yoga paradigm. Bhakti Yoga, it's not just external source of bhakti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'll show you some verse. Bhaktim prabhatam kaime prasango Bhuyatananta mahatam amalashayana Enanjason panamuru vesanam bhavaktim Neshe bhavat guna katham litapanamattah. This is Dhruv Maharaj saying, "Oh, unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in a transcendent loving service constantly, as the waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendent devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotion service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence. which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. It will be very easy for me, for I'm becoming mad to hear about the transcendent qualities and pastimes which are eternally existing. Purport is very important. The significant point in Drumara's statement is that he wanted the association of pure devotees. Transcendental devotional service cannot be complete and cannot be relishable without the association of devotees. We have therefore established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Anyone who is trying to be aloof from this Krishna conscious society and yet engage in Krishna consciousness is living in a great hallucination. For this is not possible. For this statement by Dhruv Maharaj, it is clear that unless one is associated with devotees, his devotional service does not mature. It does not become distinct from material activities. And later on, Prabhupada says, the purport of this statement by Dhruv Maharaj is that devotional service in the association of devotees is the cause of the development of further devotional service. By devotional service only is one elevated to the transcendent planet Golok Vrindavan. And there is only devotional service. For the activity of devotional service, both in this world and in the spiritual world, are one and the same. Devotional service does not change. The example of a mango can be given here. If one gets an unripe mango, it is still a mango. And when it is ripe, it remains the same mango. But it has become more tasteful and relishable. Similarly, there is devotional service performed according to the directions of the spiritual master and the injunctions and regulatory principles of Shastras. And there is devotional service in the spiritual world rendered directly in association with the Supreme Personality. But they are both the same. There is no change. The difference is that one stage is unripe and the other is ripe and more relishable. It is possible to mature in devotional service only in the association of devotees. So, in the association of devotees, our devotional service becomes mature and it becomes distinct from material activities. Like one devotee in IIT Kharagpur, when we were preaching, so he started chanting 16 rounds, but he didn't want to come into the center. He wanted to stay in his room because he felt all the devotees are actually chanting very loudly, they make a lot of noise. But I am like a yogi. You sit like this and chant Hare Krishna, all 16 rounds, one shot, finished. Hmm? So looks like a very great yogi, right? But that's yogi. That's not bhakta. The chanting of the holy name without the association of devotees, not valuing the importance of association of devotees, is not mature devotional service. By chanting this way, one day he realized how much he needs devotees. And then he joined the center. Hmm? So unless we start understanding that actually I'm dependent on devotees, actually the devotees are blessing me to advance in devotional service. So our devotional service looks like some kind of external activity. We don't enter the eternal existence that he's saying. By devotional service, what do we get? Devotional service. Prabhupada was asked, what do you get by chanting Hare Krishna? What do you want by chanting Hare Krishna? Chanting Hare Krishna. Not that I'll finish this and then go back to Godhead. By chanting 16 on following 4x, what will happen? I will get a ticket back to Godhead. Your Prabhupada said, if you do this, I will give. Hmm? And after going back to Godhead, what I will do? I will sit in the easy chair and Krishna will be fanning me. Hmm? Like here he is. Krishna is massaging the lotus feet of Balaram. I will be also having a nice time. So it is not that one wants to get out of the sufferings and or just get them enjoyments of the spiritual world. But he wants to eternally serve Krishna. He has become attracted to the personality of Krishna, but before getting attracted to the personality of Krishna, one actually gets attracted to the transcendent nature of the great souls. एवं जनं निपतितं प्रभवाहि कूपे कामाभिकाममनुयां प्रपतन्त संगा कृत्वात्मसात् सुरशिना भगवन् गृहीतः सोऽहं कथं न विसृजे तव भृत्यसेवा This is Prahlad Maharaj. Narsimhadev has appeared to him, and Narsimhadev has come to just address the desire of Prahlad. He was saying he is there in the pillar. Satyam Vidatum Nishe Bhritya Vashitam. Prahlad is his own Bhritya, and he has proved, that he is in the pillar because his Bhritya, his devotee has told that he is in the pillar. But when he is asked by Narsimhadev that, what do you want? And he is saying, my dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because of my association with material desires, one after another, I was gradually falling into the blind well full of snakes, following the general populace. But your servant Narad Muni kindly accepted me as a disciple and instructed me how to achieve this transcendental position. Therefore, my first duty is to serve him. How could I leave his service? Lord is directly standing in front of him. Lord has come to directly reciprocate with Prahlad Maharaj. But he's saying, Narad Muni is standing. All the Devi Devtas were there. Everyone, Narsimhadev has come. Finally, Hiranyakashipu is out. And everyone was fearful of Hiranyakashipu. Even in a pastime way, Narad Muni would be some pastime where he would go down to Hiranyakashipu, only in Leela way. But Narad Muni is also there. Everyone is there, and Prahlad is representing Narad Muni. Narsimhadev is in front. He could have got, finally, Deklo, you understand, Prabhu. Now I've attained Prema. See, God is personally coming. What is he feeling? He is feeling that my spiritual master saved me, and my only life is to serve his purpose. That means, like one time, Prabhupada gave a hand to the devotee and then left him. Like that's something he did. So he was trying to pick up the devotee and he dropped him. And then he said, this is how Mayavadi deals with his guru. That once he has crossed he has crossed, he says, no more with the guru. I don't care about guru. No, I am only God. So Mayavadi thinks guru as a stepping stone to perfection of life. You climb over him and you get lost. Get lost. Guru is no more required. Because now I am perfect. I am also God. You are also God. But in Bhakti paradigm, it's not just about we need him to learn device sessions. We did not know something, so now I need Guru. Once I know, then I don't need Guru. Like if you see Narottam Das Thakur, have you heard the story of Narottam Das Thakur? How many of you heard about Narottam Das Thakur? Okay, very few words. Okay, so Narottam Das Thakur was a kingly personality, princely personality, I should say. And before even he came on this planet, Lord Chaitanya was crying out, Narottam, Narottam, Narottam. And then devotees were asking, who is this Narottam? Because there was no devotee by the name Narottam. And then Lord deposited in the Padma river his own prema. And he told Padma river that when my devotee Narottam takes bath in your river, you will overflow and you should give this prema to him. And Narottam was born after many years. He is actually a third generation devotee, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the next generation, then Narottam Das Thakur. He is born after many years, and Narottam Das Thakur is a princely personality, and he is not feeling any attraction to this world anyway. But then, when he takes bath in the Padma river, his varna, his color is actually blackish, like Sham Sundar, and he becomes Gaura, like Gaura Sundar. And when he comes out, he's out of the world. He's just into the loving, crying tears, everything. And the whole world is seeing that he has fallen in love with Krishna because he's just crying tears like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But then he gets a dream. Lord tells him that you should go to Vrindavan and take shelter of Srila Lokanath Goswami. And he goes to Loknath Goswami, he meets him. And Loknath Goswami and all the Vaishnavas in Vrindavan, they already know that there's a great personality called Narottama who has got the mercy of the Lord. They are waiting for his arrival. Because they know he's Krishna Prema. Lord Chaitanya was feeling separation from him. But Narottam Das Thakur is only wanting the shelter of Loknath Goswami. Loknath Goswami says, what can I give you, Diksha? How can I give you initiation? Your like initiation looks like beginning, no? But I have already got Krishna Prema. You're only talking to God already. What are you going to get from me? I think I have nothing to give you. Rather, you just be happy with me and just. He had never initiated anyone, and Loknath Swamiji was never ready to initiate such a great personality like Narottama. But Narottam Das Thakur did not. He said, "Without your mercy, I am not sheltered." And then he went on to, in the darkness of the night, he would go where in the bush his mother, Loknath Swamiji would clear his stomach, and he would clean that place so thoroughly that it would look fresh. Every day he would do, every night he would do this. And every day when Loknath Swamiji early morning would come, you would see it so clean. And then he would be confused, what has happened? How is it so clean? And this happened for many, many months. And then one day he came a little extra early to just see what is happening. And then he saw Narottam Das, who is the pure devotee of the Lord, who is having, the love of God overflowing from him. He is cleaning with his own hands the stool and urine of his. He said, Narottam, what are you doing? You are a kingly personality and you are a pure lover of God. How can you do this? He told, my dear spiritual master, I've given up the treasures of this world to receive the treasure of loving service to my spiritual master. Kindly accept this follows serving others. That time Loknath Goswami's heart just melted with the pure humility of Narottam Das Thakur. He kindly accepted him as a disciple. So now he is a pure devotee, right? So he may say now, love of Godhead has only come. If the goal of life is love of Godhead, and he already knows we are not the body but the soul. He is out of the hellish planet. He is out of all those lower ideas. He is not in Brahman. He is in pure. He is already Lord actually. So now why is he asking for this? Disha? Any idea? Still he needs spiritual master. That means he bhul gaya kya? Why is he needing what is the need of spiritual master? अभी बस मस्ती करो भक्ति में spiritual master का need ही नहीं है. So if spiritual master is the need as a basic just knowledge idea, that means we have not understood bhakti. Bhakti is actually a science of relationships. We want shelter of all the Vaishnavas. Everyone should give me shelter. This is my family, and they should give me shelter. They should give me mercy. May the whole world bless me. When Quresh, great disciple of Ramanacharya, so he went to Ranganath Swami and he said, I want to go back to Bharat. I said, okay, Tathastu. You can go back to Bharat. And the disciples of Ramanacharya came running to Ramanacharya. That Quresh asked for a benediction to go back to Bharat and Ranganath fulfilled it. Now he's going back to Bharat. So Ramanacharya said, Jai. Now finally one of my disciples is going back to Vaikuntha. So I have some hope. Ramanacharya have hope because of him going. And Ramacharya is there by the side of Quresh. Quresh is dying in his lap. And what does Quresh say? You know, my dear spiritual master, why I want to go back to God before you? Because I heard that when someone goes back to God, so the whole parampara comes to receive that disciple, that devotee. How can you come to receive me? I am your eternal servant. I will go there and make a very, very great ceremonial celebration for you to come and I will receive you. I am your eternal servant, even in the spiritual world. Not that now you understand, spiritual master. Directly I am with Ranganath. Ranganath gave me benediction. What God told you. The goal of life becomes very fine-tuned. The heart becomes lost to a Vaishnava. To please him, after going back to God also, we don't want to meet Krishna directly. May Krishna Whatever this Vaishnava gives me a service, I will do that for Krishna. This is a very beautiful science. It's a science of family. It's a family we are entering. The Vaishnavas that we meet, the spiritual master that we make, not like, okay, either mar raha tha, abhi spiritual master bana lete hain. Through him, I will go back to Godhead and I will go there, then I will enjoy with Krishna. Either spiritual master, like one devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, after getting liberation, do we still have to serve the spiritual master? Do we still have to follow the order of the spiritual master? Prabhupada said, foolish fellow, before getting liberation, you have to follow. After getting liberation, you love to follow. Heart's quality of insubordination, lack of servitude, is causing the jiva to keep selfish idea that I want to go back to God. God में जाके क्या करना है? कृष्णा के साथ मजे करेगा. मजे कैसे करेगा? Like one devotee asked Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. He was his personal assistant. So he asked Sri Swamiji, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Prabhupada, please tell at least 1 hour before when you change your plan. Because he is getting a lot of tension. Anytime he keeps changing plan. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati said, how can I tell you 1 hour before when I get the signal half an hour? So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is dancing to the tune of Krishna. And the servant has to dance to the tune of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So actually to become molded in servitude, that we can just dance to the tune of the sweet will of the Lord coming through the parampara. Because we know that all these devotees are actually helping me to know the will of the Lord, helping me to become blessed by the Lord. Like you've seen a lens, telescope, have you seen? Telescope. So telescope, if you have more and more lenses in between, clearer you get the vision of the star. Similarly, more and more Vaishnavas are in between me and Krishna, more and more we get clear darshan of Krishna. So when we think that I will directly meet Krishna, that means we are that much only clear about Krishna consciousness. And as we go ahead in devotional service, we feel genuine sense of dependence, genuine sense of feeling of shelter from Vaishnavas. Everyone is so important to me because these Vaishnavas will help me. I'll show you something on the lighter note. I was shocked, confused, bewildered as I entered Goloka's door. Not by the beauty of it all, nor the light or its decor, but it was the devotees in Goloka that I was amazed to see. I knew them all the earth, but they had so little bhakti. There stood my Sankirtan leader, the one who stole Krishna's money twice. Next to him was my old TP. TP was the temple president. Next to him was my old TP, who was never ever nice. Krishna Das, who never preached, who seemed so insincere, was sitting ecstatically with Krishna, to whom he seemed so dear. I asked my Guru, what's going on? Of this, I don't know what to make. How had all these devotees end up here? Did someone make a mistake? And why is everyone so quiet, so somber? Give me a clue. Quiet, Prabhu, he said. They're all in a shock. No one thought they would be seeing you. So this is an artificial poem because if someone has gone back to Godhead, he will not have this consciousness. Nor with those who are sitting in Godhead will have this consciousness. But the point is what? We are trying to reflect on what is our consciousness there to understand how will we see the devotees when they are going back to Godhead. And we think, अरे ये तो मेरे साथ ही रहता था यार, ये तो he was my own Shreyas center devotee, पता है क्या? After you reach back to Godhead, you come to say, hey, तू भी आ गया क्या? So Srila Prabhupada told, if you come to understand how dear the devotee who is sitting beside you, how dear he is to Krishna, you will faint. Whenever we hear this statement of Prabhupada, so we start saying, Bach ke raho. So we should know. Actually, the association of devotees should be taken not just like a formality to save from bad habits. That's just the beginning. It's okay. You should do that. That's the first year program. But when we come into the devotional program, we should start seeing devotee sangha as a place where we'll establish eternal family relationships. I care for them. I want their blessings. I want to see them go back to Godhead. I want to see that we together will go back to Godhead. I want to see our whole Sangha, voice ke liye ek Vaikuntha line hai. We'll together go back to Godhead. There is no problem, Vaikuntha line has enough seats for all of you. It's not like if he chants nicely, so I will have lack of some, like cinema में limited seats होती हैं. Many things have limited seats. College has limited seats. Everything has limited seats there because this is matter world. But fortunately, in spiritual world, there is no limitation to seats. So all of us can go back to Godhead. We have our eternal relationships with the Lord, and our relationship is completely secure and occupant vacancies. It's like empty seat is there, and Lord is thinking, "Kali hai, kab bharega?" And we only have to go and fill that up. No one else can fill it up. And all other devotees have their seats. And if we take them back to Godhead by trying to be whatever way we can be a servant to them, then our seat is, we will get passed. Now let me ask you a question. Suppose we are running a race in this world. And you are running, some other people are running, and one fellow falls down. Gir gaya, race mein So what will you do? What will we do? We do. What will we do? If we are running a race, someone falls down, what will we do? अरे बढ़िया हो गया तो ये तो क्या आगे बढ़ो. Yes. 100-meter race done. I won the race. Right? So this is the race of the material world. In spiritual life, say we are running the race back to Godhead. And some devotee while running the race, he falls down. And you're running. So let me run. Krishna. And you're running, and you reach Jai, मैं आ गया हूँ. अरे क्या लेके आया भाई? आई कार्ड कहाँ है तुम्हारा? मैं बहुत जल्दी आ गया, फर्स्ट टाइम में. वो डिवोटी का वो देखा क्या? वो जो गिरा था, वो गिर गया प्रभु जी. गिर गया. So our race back to Godhead is not a race of physical place. We want to race to the consciousness of spiritual world. And what is the consciousness of spiritual world? Krishna Prem. So you want to get Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem is not some superficial idea of, oh, I love you, Krishna. Krishna Prem is we feel for the heart of Krishna. So now in the heart of Krishna, what is going on about us and about that devotee who has fallen? We thought, ye to gir gaya. So what will Krishna think about us? Ye bhi gir gaya. Because Krishna's heart is feeling compassion for that devotee. If we have really become Krishna conscious, we cannot feel disconnected with that devotee's pain. If he is not going back to God, I am not happy. I cannot just leave him and think that I am going back to God. Hari, go, Premanande, I am going. Yeah. Matter world में बहुत पढ़े हुए एक बार क्या? This means what? We are just simply not Krishna conscious. Krishna conscious means being conscious of what Krishna is feeling. And Krishna is feeling for that devotee who did so much for him and now he is struggling in his life. So if we feel for him, that is the sign that we are advanced in Krishna consciousness. If we are wanting to advance in Krishna, we cannot think, let me blossom, let my, like, there can also be idea that me and my people should blossom. Actually, Krishna consciousness should pervade the entire creation. Our heart should blossom to feel for every living entity. That is the sign that our devotion is internally growing, not externally. We are chanting Hare Krishna to grow our internal devotion, right? That internal devotion manifests in form of our dealings with all the devotees that we are with. Are we feeling a family with them? Are you feeling concerned? Just like if you are sick, will your mother have to be told that please feel concerned about your child? She feels family, you don't have to tell her, right? So family means we feel for each other. Hmm? Like sometimes, devotee goes home and he goes home and he tells, Roji, मैं घर आ गया. मैं घर आ गया मतलब not ये घर है, वो biological घर है. He goes to biology and devotee कभी बात बताया नहीं आपको. So he does not feel only that need to tell. Why he does not feel the need? Why he does not feel the need? Yes, bro.
I'm not safe. He's thinking.
Huh?
In the center, it is like he is feeling like the pressing is there, so that when I go home, I'm free.
ज्यादा भक्ति करने से दिमाग गर्म हो रहा था. Now I got freedom. थोड़ी देर सांस लेंगे. Morning program every day. My God. Why he didn't inform this senior Vaishnava? Think about it. Why he may not have informed?
He's not feeling that connection and the
He's not feeling that connection only. He's not feeling that they may be in concern. They may be anxiety. तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अपना जीवन है. It's my life. तो वो कौन होते हैं मुझे बोलने वाले? मैं तो अपना जीवन जी रहा हूँ. ठीक है. That means we don't have a family. Actually, the center or the devotees, not center exactly, but the devotees should become our family. And then we go out of the family for जैसे बोलते जान बची तो लाखों पैर लौट के बोलते घर को आए. So we go out feeling that I am going away from the devotees. When is this Revati with you, my senior? He was in third year, I was in first year. So in third year, summer vacation, he took up internship. He was a topper of mechanical department in IIT Kharagpur. He could have got the best internship in the entire world. Wherever many Western universities and companies were offering. But he decided to come to Pune. And he stayed 2 months in Pune. And when he was returning to Kharagpur, there was crying tears. That why am I leaving these devotees? I'm going away from the devotees. So he is feeling so much. We cannot separate without union. But we have to have some union. That means there should be some togetherness, feeling of when there's so much of feeling of bonding, then when we separate, then there is then there is a feeling of separation. So in our relationships with devotees, it is very important to grow ourselves in this concern for others, dependence on others, knowing well that this is my asset of life. I need devotees. The devotees, how many devotees have given me a place in their heart? That is my wealth. What is my wealth? What is the meaning of giving place in the heart? What is the meaning? Okay, let us hear from some of you. What do you understand? What is the meaning that devotees have given me place in their heart? माइक पे बोलो भाई वरना सुनाई नहीं दे रहा पंखा बोल.
having connection.
Okay, having connection is okay. Someone may have connection with principal of the college also. That connection, something more. Giving place in the heart. Think about you give a place in the heart to some person. That means what?
Feeling of care and connection. care and concern.
And they feel concern for us. Hmm? That means they worry about me. मैं कहीं जाऊंगा भक्ति छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ तो they will be concerned about me. Hmm? They will not think कि चला गया तो चला गया अब अपना भक्ति करते हैं ना. Hmm? जाना तो उसको मर गया. Hmm? What else? Yes, Prabhu.
Like those devotees don't feel any inhibition in correcting us.
They don't feel any. They feel trust. They feel that इसको तो मैं बता दूंगा चिंता मत करो. जो प्रॉब्लम है मैं उसको बता दूंगा. ये he knows me. He will understand our concern. There is a trust. Okay, what else? Okay, let me give you a scene. We are dead. You are dead. You put yourself in. You are dead. And you're lying, and all the devotees are thinking about you. What is every devotee thinking about us at that time? Okay, one fellow died. How many devotees will cry? How many devotees will feel that I lost my one of the very dearmost friends? If we have made a place in the heart of devotees, we will live in the heart of devotees even after we die. So we have to please them. We have to melt their hearts by serving them with so much desire to see that they feel that I'm your servant too. Please accept me. If they feel touched by our existence in their life, that is the wealth of our life. That means their hearts have become melted and they're giving a place in their heart. When they don't see me for 5 days, they ask, where is that devotee? How can he be away? You're feeling separation. That is the wealth of life. All other things will go away with the time. All the wealth and the things of this world. I will tell one story and pause for questions. One of our dear devotees, his name is Sarvalakshmi Prabhu. One time, he met with a very serious disease. Actually, he never fell sick in Brahmachari life. And one day he got such a serious disease that he was on deathbed. It was a very rare disease called rickettsia. It comes from sometimes cows. And he loves cows. It's a very rare disease even while you do service to cows, but somehow it had come on him. And when he got that, it was also the dengue season going on. And the doctors thought that it is dengue because symptoms were similar. So they were treating him for dengue, platelet counts is going low, so give platelets and everything. But he was not getting cured. And some days passed, and the rickettsia is such that it imperceptibly pervades all organs. And as it pervades, it is not very easy to detect. And when it has pervaded all the organs, then it attacks all of them simultaneously and finishes. It's like a khufia kind of. So by the time the doctors detected what is the disease, he was already attacked on all the organs. And the doctors told us there is only 5% chance that he will live. He was only in his 30s, or maybe just 40 touching, maybe just touching 40. So we were all shocked. One of the very senior devotees, very loving devotees. So all of us were chanting Hare Krishna, and even devotees in the congregation, the rest the devotees, they were all chanting Hare Krishna. And many other temples where he had been serving in so many different ways, they were all chanting Hare Krishna. In many temples, the chanting was going on of ISKCON. And then his brother came to the temple. And he saw everywhere, somewhere kirtan going on, somewhere chanting going on. Everyone was like into prayers. He said, "Kya chal raha hai yahan pe? What is going on?" They said, "We are praying for our dear devotee." Kaun? Our dear devotee, Sarvalakshmi Prabhu, who is hospital. Sarvalakshmi Prabhu? वो मेरा भाई है. He is a brother. ये पूरा वो बिल्डिंग ये सब लोग उसके लिए कीर्तन कर रहा है क्या? They are all praying for him only, हाँ? हमारे को बहुत प्रिय हैं. हम प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं भगवान की वो रहे हमारे. We are praying that he should stay with us. Then started thinking, Right now, thousands of people are praying for me. My brother must be very special, sir. And finally, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, actually, his spiritual master, Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he told him, Sarvalakshan, I want you to fight. I want you back, fight with the virus. But if you want, go back to Bharat. So, Sarvalakshan was, what was he doing? He was fighting because his spiritual master wants to fight. He can go back to Bharat, but he wants to fight because spiritual master wants. And he came back. He's with us. He's doing a lot of wonderful studies. He came back. And then the doctors told him, actually, there was 0% chance. But if he had told you 0% chance, then you would not be praying. You would be only crying. But what we thought that all of you Hare Krishna fellows have some power, some jack with some higher powers. So we thought better you pray. So we gave you the idea of 5%. I was thinking they have more faith in the prayers than we have faith sometimes. This is the wealth of our life. How many devotees will feel for us? No post position, no achievements of this world, no wealth of this world can purchase prayers of Vaishnavas. You cannot get heartfelt prayers of Vaishnavas by anything of this creation, except making a place in their hearts by a gentle service attitude, genuinely wanting to see that they feel happy with this fallen soul. At the time of death, the whole world will just cremate us in the fire if they have some time to do that also. I saw when my grandmother was being cremated, as they were putting the fire on the cremation, that funeral fire of wood, they were watching WhatsApp message, "Ki abhi jaane ka hai." That much only we have love for each other. Everything else gets burnt with the funeral fire in Jai Ram Ji ki. Ram Naam Satya hai. So the real wealth of the world is how much we have got the place in the Vaishnava's heart. And otherwise we are just a beggar and a pauper, leaving all the wealth here for other people to cry over like crows cry over dead body. So the real wealth of our life is if we have become a Vaishnava servant. If Vaishnava has accepted us, Kritvat Masad, he has accepted me as his own. He has made me his own. Some Vaishnavas consider me अपना समझा है, अपनारा बोली. वैष्णव ने मुझे अपना समझा, हक से बोल दिया कि इसको बता दूंगा, he will do it. That means we are wealthy man. And if Vaishnavas have to think, बोलने का क्या इसको? Can I tell you? That means we are very poor. So in Vaishnav life, this way of working, where we walk the path of bhakti with a desire to become a loving servant of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas. Narad Muni was the spiritual master of Prahlad, and he's saying that I cannot leave the seva of Narad Muni. How did Narad Muni become a devotee as Narad boy? Because he got attached to the transcendent nature of the Bhakti Vedantas. So this principle is the constant denominator where I talk about Narottam Das Thakur, Narada boy, and Srila Prabhupada. If you read the Vedanamrit, you will see how attached he became to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That attachment to Vaishnavas, inspirational attraction to Vaishnavas is the bottom line to actually making the fastest journey back home, back to Bharat, if that was the goal. Actually, goal is not back to Bharat. Goal is to actually become a loving Vaishnava, loving servant of Vaishnava. So when you become a loving servant of Vaishnava, you already attain the goal. But somehow as a byproduct, you go back to Bharat. I don't know whether I could answer. I could tell the point. I spoke with ecstasy, but now you can ask a question. If I spoke something hyperbole, you level it out. Okay. Any question? I have 10 minutes to be. 7:30 I have another class. Yes.
So we are not feeling that connection with the Vaishnavas, so where we can reflect and work upon.
Very good question. Practical, very important practical question. So, first of all, we should try to hear from great souls, hear about great souls. That means our previous acharyas and Srila Prabhupada especially, and our current acharyas. More we develop appreciation, admiration for them. They are not just names in the book. Bhakti Siddhanta ठाकुर, but इधर कुछ हो नहीं हो रहा तो कुछ करो, पढ़ो उनके बारे में. विष्णु आचार्य ठाकुर, अरे बंदे भी दिया कुछ ऐसा एक्सप्रेस भी आना चाहिए थोड़ा. तो उसके लिए पहले थोड़ा we have to study. We should read about these great masters. Jiva Goswami, what a personality. Each personality is very important to our life. They are the eternal family that we are going to join. कोई कंपनी में जाना चाहता है तो चेक करता है ना कैसी कंपनी है, व्हाट इज द कंपनी. सो वी वांट टू जॉइन लॉर्ड चैतन्य's company of devotees. So we should try to know the beautiful personalities we are going to meet when we go back to Bharat. If we have a login, Rupa Goswami ji कब मिल सकते हैं उसको? Then will I get to meet Rupa Goswami when I go back to Bharat? Sanatana Goswami also? अरे जाए. So for that we have to first know who are they. Otherwise we will not have any aspiration to meet them also. They will be looking like some fellows of the past who did something in the parampara, but I have nothing to do with them. I am chanting my rounds, and chanting makes me go back to God. Chanting does not go back to makes us go back to God. Prabhupada writes, no mechanical hearing and chanting process can make attract the mercy of the Lord. Mercy of the Lord is causeless. So how does it come? When the Vaishnavas see our efforts in chanting, they pray. He is a good soul. He is sincerely chanting. Krishna बोलते हैं बहुत बार सोया था भाई. He was sleeping like anything chanting. Yes, trying. He was stretched out because he was preaching also. Please give him some grace marks. Okay, you are saying that, that's why I am giving you. Vaishnavera avadena Krishna Devamaya. Krishna will actually hear the Nivedan of the Vaishnavas. So when we hear about these acharyas, we know these are super merciful personalities, super ecstatic lovers of Krishna, intoxicated fellows. They are like Krishna prem pagal hai wo. When we can see that in their existence, that they are magnets of Krishna consciousness, they're just super conductors of Krishna consciousness. When we see that, and then we feel attracted to them, and we want to follow in their footsteps. Kritvatmasat, let me become like them. Let me become a devotee. Let me have pure devotion service. By hearing about them, let me aspire for this, what they have got in their heart. So this is the first step. What? To hear about these great masters that we have got. They are themselves the embodiment of Krishna consciousness. And then in that light, we will naturally like to also associate with the current Vaishnavas with that attitude which these great souls have shown. How do they deal with each other? Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami was much junior to many other Vaishnavas in Vrindavan, but everyone accepted Rupa Goswami as their leader. Sanatana Goswami was senior in age, and Rupa Goswami considered Sanatana Goswami as his spiritual master. But Sanatana Goswami had no feeling that, why, Rupa Goswami being, we are all called Rupa, Sanatana. Nothing like that. They are no envy. Jiva Goswami was there, and all these personalities like Gopal Bhatt Goswami ji, Loknath Goswami ji, and Hridaya Chaitanya, they are sending their disciples to Jiva Goswami. That means they have no feeling of that, me and my disciple or something. No envy, only family, only sweetness, only feeling of chai. May they get shelter of that wonderful Vaishnava. So it's about our heart to dwell on these Vaishnavas and then deal with all Vaishnavas in that spirit and see the same spirit in other Vaishnavas. And as we keep seeing these attitudes in Vaishnavas, we lose our heart to these Vaishnavas. how much Prabhupada was mad to serve Krishna, how he was compassionately reaching out to just everyone, burning his life practically, just sleeping 2 hours and traveling all over the world at the age of 70 plus. By hearing about these great souls and then seeing that what they have given me in that way, this Vaishnava Sangha is the gift of the parampara to me. So let me now worship them. Let me try to be with them. Taking the gifts of the parampara very seriously, then we'll become actually, we'll develop that problem. And if you're not still melting, you should also serve the Vaishnavas. How do we associate with the Vaishnava? Three things: hear, serve, and observe. Hear about the Vaishnava, hear from a Vaishnava. Serve a Vaishnava and observe a Vaishnava. How wonderful the personality is. Actually, I got to meet many very fine-tuned, senior or advanced or pure Vaishnavas in the movement. And it's not like anything to my side. They are so good that you have to lose your heart to them. You just can't help yourself. So, so it's that way. In my early years, in my college days, I got a lot of association with the Chanani school. God, I can give you whole day katha on him. Such a beautiful person. Wow. He would sit in Bengali classes in Mayapur, although he did not know Bengali, because Prabhupada wanted him to sit in every Bhagavatam class. He would relish Bhagavatam. One day I was calling him for a summer camp class, and then Prabhuji was hearing Bhagavatam. Prabhupada class was going on, and then I walked with him to his room, and then he was still absorbed with the Bhagavatam, so I could not interrupt him. And when he sat in his chair, then also I could not interrupt him. Then he picked up his smartphone, which he did not know how to operate. So I said, Sir, Prabhuji, can I operate for you? He said, yes, open this lecture which we just heard. He again read the whole lecture. And after reading the whole lecture, then he went to one point where Prabhupada had said that one should not be a pseudo devotee. Pseudo devotee. So he was absorbed in contemplating on that. And then he said, after some time, he said, yes, what can I do for you? I felt he already did a lot for me. Simply by being absorbed. I'm just telling one quality of this. Like that, it's like intoxicating. Like that, I was with Buddhism too. One day I was going to Kanpur and for temple opening. And I was reading Japa book by Buddhism too. And I was thinking, such a wonderful person he is. Such a beautiful book he has written. I wish I can get to associate with him. And when I reached Kanpur, we had got guest service. He said, you can take care of Buddhism book. I said, this is too much. Am I seeing a dream? And serving means not that you say, Prabhuji, can you give me some personal time? Yes, sir. I was happy to serve. So one day I went to serve him. So he told that these are the laundry thing to give tomorrow. Then he said, okay, have you finished your rounds? I said, no, Prabhuji. 4 rounds left. Okay, I have also 3 rounds left. Let us stand together. So he sat, I sat below, and I was chanting. I was thinking he's chanting, I'm chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. In middle, he asked me, how many mantras did you know? ये तो गलत क्वेश्चन है ना? I said, Prabhuji, some mantras I must have heard, I don't know. He said, okay, let us chant again. Now you chant nicely. I said, okay, Prabhuji, back to 0. And now I'm chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And he's chanting. So I was thinking he's chanting, so I should chant. And I was not very focused because I was thinking it's like a personal japa workshop going on. And then I'm chanting, and then as I was chanting, I came to a point where I felt that now I'm with the mantra only. I just felt it. It's not like I was speaking or talking, or the mind was so absorbed that I just felt, now I'm with the mantra. And that time I said, now you heard the mantra. This personality is seeing me inside. I have more to share about it, but I'm saying when you meet these personalities, you understand you are sitting in front of Krishna. Not that they are Krishna, but they're so Krishna conscious. So then you just know that you can better be transparent rather than doing drama. इधर पूरा दिख रहा है अंदर बाहर क्या कर रहे भैया बेटर है कि साफ साफ करना है बहुत कुछ ये बता दो we cannot do any drama before masters. They are so pure, they see us in and out. When we do drama, they feel compassion for that drama also. That this fellow is still not understood that we can see him. So we should be thoroughly honest with the Vaishnavas because they are just so pure. So I can keep telling you like this about so many great souls. So that's how we hear, we serve, observe. So like that. Okay, time up. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for this beautiful class. So amazing to Prabhuji mentioned how we have to create a place in the heart of the other Vaishnavas. If you are on the deathbed, what will others think about me? Will they cry? Tears. Have we really done something to please them that they feel these kind of feelings for us? So how we should create a Vaishnava family feeling. So thank you very much. Prabhuji we had especially these current contemporary examples which Prabhuji gives with the current acharya, like gurus who are there, acharyas who are there, and senior Vaishnavas who are there, they are even more heart touching. You can connect with it. So thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving this wonderful.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.
Let's thank Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
I'm just telling them, joining into this.
So Prabhuji has another class online he has to give for US devotees from 7:30 to 8:30 now. Actually it was 7:15, but Prabhuji delayed it to 7:30 for all of us.
You are all wonderful Vaishnavas. You gave me shelter to allow you to speak, allow me to speak to all of you for some time on Krishna. And you were so kind upon me that you were traveling from different places to the different places to just be with me. I don't deserve such respect or attention. I don't have any realizations like many senior Vaishnavas, but it's very encouraging that all of you have such a disposition in your life, that you have such sincerity, eagerness to hear. So may Krishna bless all of you. Free Lord. Srila Prabhupada ji ki jai. Shri Radha Govind ji ki jai. Shri Radha Govind ji Ashtasaki Vrind. Bhakta Vrind ki jai.
We can come more and more often. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Nana Gopal Prabhu is taking such sincere care that, there's Revati Raman Prabhu, who is taking so much anxiety for the GVC, as a GVC executive, GVC head. He's trying to see so many things happening. So surely Tirupati is in his heart. And youth preaching he's giving a lot of emphasis on youth preaching. He's spending a lot of money. He's having a lot of meetings. He's trying to see that all of you get all the support. And all of you, headed by Dani Gopal Prabhu and all the senior devotees, Kirti Gopal Prabhu, Vasudeva Krishna Prabhu, Devan, Gaurari Prabhu, Pitranna Balaji Prabhu, and Balaji Prabhu is going to get initiated tomorrow, some new name. So all of them are doing so much dedicated, loving service, and all of you are getting the best of the association. Please take the benefit and blossom nicely. Hari Bol. Thank you.
Hare